shoots, he scores! A hat trick and a Game 7 overtime winner for Yoel Kiviranta of the Dallas Stars.
Babe, I'm starting. Just a heads up.
Western Conference Final.
Welcome in, Plugs and Thugs, episode 70.
Streaming on all the things.
All the things.
All the
you
stuff.
probably heard Alex yell because for some reason the intro didn't mute him that time.
Sorry,
But
guys.
that's okay. Hope you like the cool little intro that my wife put together for our live streams now. Pretty sweet. Got our logo. We finally purchased the updated StreamYard. So Heyo, we got all the things going now. All the things.
I just want to give a shout out to, hopefully she's watching right now. I just want to give a shout out to my daughter, our biggest fan, always watching every single one of our live videos. Dude, love you, Amelia.
Not understanding
the
anything,
best.
but still commentating and being the best.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, being the most active in our chats, bro. She's dope. I love her.
Yeah.
It's great.
Arguing with other fans whenever they talk shit about you.
Leave my dad alone. Dad, put your shirt back on.
She's the Kathy Bates in the misery that is your life.
I don't even get that reference, but it's funny.
She's the chat moderator. That's better.
She doesn't break my ankles.
What happened? But yeah, give us all the follows. Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and then obviously intro. I'm Daniel.
I'm Alex.
I'm Scott.
Oh my God, jumping the
My
gun.
name is Name today.
My name is Name.
My name
Yeah,
is
you're
Name
just
today.
My name is Name.
Yeah, for those that aren't watching, his name is Name, but that's Zach.
Normally he's also known as Zachary.
Yes.
I am known as Zach, yeah. Or Grayback to my other friends, because apparently I have gray back hair. There's like a whole legend, I guess, about me and my gray back hair. Even though I have no gray back hair, it's all black, jet black, bro. Like, have you guys ever seen Umbrella Academy? Have you ever seen Luther without his shirt? That's essentially me. If you don't get that, look it up. Luther from Umbrella Academy without his shirt.
I will look that up later.
You will understand what my wife is dealing with.
Or
Oh,
Milan
jeez.
Lucic, literally always.
Nah, he looks.
Have you guys seen that
Like a
meme
mole
that's like me holding on to 2020 is like Milan Lucic holding on to this life jacket?
Or the life jacket holding on to Milan
Yeah.
Lucic. Yeah, dude.
He's built like a plus-sized hunchback of Notre Dame.
Dude, that thing is not saving him whatsoever.
Oh God. One could hope.
But yeah,
Dude, this beer and this Chinese food is not
Not
making
mixing
me-
well.
it's making me gassy.
well, good thing we can't smell you through the video because it's
No,
probably
we
pretty
can hear
raunchy.
No,
Jesus.
dude, these
Our
burps are gross, dude.
Uh,
Straight
Oh,
spicy
fuck.
Chinese chicken. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
Have a drumstick and your brain starts kicking.
Watching
There you go.
X-Files with no lights on.
all right.
You can't finish it, dude. Come on.
No, that's what I tap.
Yeah, go all the things.
Things.
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. That's where we're streaming right now. Give us a follow on Twitch too. We'll figure out a way to do 4, but I don't know.
I don't
We
know.
got a couple of questions this week. A couple of questions and topics that we need to cover. We got the playoff update. Actually, kind of an update of who made it to the next round. Who's in the conference finals.
So old news.
Yeah, a little bit of old news because there was a couple of games that we missed there, obviously, between Tuesday and today. And then hopefully we'll get some good questions while you guys are watching, whoever is. Right now, we just have Amelia, so maybe she'll come up with some good questions for her dad.
Hey, bruh, like she said, my name is Daddy, bro.
So we're going to call you Daddy?
I am henceforth only to be known as Daddy.
Refer to me as Daddy.
Oh, fuck.
That's how devolved into madness we are right now, bro. Oh,
That we
fuck.
are. But yeah, do you guys you want to jump right into it? You guys have anything to say at the start?
I know we have a few. We don't have that many questions, so I'd actually like
Yep.
to ask my own question.
Please.
Let's go.
Who do you guys think? Actually, I'll ask you for 2. who are your top 2 front runners? Have to be from different teams for the Conn Smythe right now.
I'll take that first. For me, for Vegas, has to be Riley Smith. Guy is just an absolute monster, even though I want to punch him in the mouth as hard as I can. And then if you were NBC, it would probably be Ryan Reeves, because they just everything he does, they got to mention it.
Yeah. I'm
so-
sorry. I meant more so pick 2 players across all 4 teams. So
Okay,
you're essentially
okay.
predicting your Cup final.
Oh, Riley Smith, and even though I prefer Dallas to move on, but Riley Smith and Andre Vasilevsky.
I like
sure.
those picks. Those
Okay.
are safe picks.
Not
I'd
bad.
probably say I'd agree Riley Smith, and then I'd say Jordan Eberle.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Daniel?
tears it up in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, damn, you know what? I am going to say, Riley Smith from Vegas. I think at this point they're going to move on. And then I think Braden Point.
Ooh, that's a
Oh, yeah,
solid
yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm going to agree with Braden Point. Braden Point's probably my front runner. In fact, he's the only player that's even close to catching Nathan McKinnon's point total so far these playoffs. He's 2 points behind McKinnon now. Obviously, McKinnon's not going to be producing anymore in the playoffs.
Unfortunately,
By the end of the playoffs, Braden Point will lead the NHL playoffs in points if Tampa doesn't somehow flop against the Islanders. My second pick, though, was my breakout candidate this season, Miro Heiskanen.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So you would think the kid's a defensive stud, even though he's only a +2 in the playoffs. But he has 21 points in 17 games in the playoffs so far.
Wait, what?
He has 21 points in 17 games as a defenseman
In the playoffs.
in the playoffs so far.
Oops.
He is
Damn.
tied with Nikita Kucherov for the second most points among active players in the playoffs, and only 2 points
Jeez.
behind Braden Point.
Damn.
Damn.
When a
Wow.
defenseman is producing that much, it's hard not to put them in the conversation.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Yeah, no, I mean,
Especially
I
a
didn't realize
rookie.
it was playing that well.
Yeah, 21 points so far to these playoffs.
Wow.
That's wild. I'm going to go off the board here. I'm going to pick one more player that's kind of really stood out to me in these playoffs. And it is from the Isles, and it's Brock Nelson, man.
Brock Nelson's been really
That's
good.
what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Actually,
Brock
I can
Nelson has
100%
been
agree with that.
a very good, like 2C for them. He's really filled that role. I know there were a lot of questions about him last season and coming into this season, but he's been producing, playing really well. God, dude, this Chinese food and beer making me burp.
No one wanted to pick Yoel Kiviranta?
You did hear his
Everyone-
goal that sent them to the
everyone in
conference
Finland-
finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, everybody in Finland says Joel fucking Kiviranta, right?
Yeah.
That's what the
Yeah.
Finnish announcer said during his wonderful game-winning goal to send him to the conference final. I almost did the
You
Finnish.
should have done the
The
Finnish
Finnish
one.
one.
Yeah,
I thought about it, but the quality for the rest of everything else, like the quality of the sound of the video, was really bad, and it was just like they almost dubbed over the commentating, so it sounded really
Makes sense.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
that's the only reason I decided against that. But yeah,
That is a great question.
that is a very good question
I'll-
because we are
um,
coming down to the final four here.
If I'm
Um,
able to pull it up here, I wanted. To
I have a
pull off-
question.
Go ahead.
Who do you think is going to win? Tabernac or the St. Louis Reign?
Oh, and in our other week, definitely Tabernac
You know why? Because
connection.
the secret weapon right here, bro. The secret weapon right here.
So just to tab back to Heiskanen for a second. So in 17 games in the playoffs, he's got 5 goals and 16 assists. So he's averaging 1 short of an assist per game. He's only a +2, but he's only taken 2 penalty minutes. He's averaging 25.51 minutes of ice time,
Jesus.
and he's got 14 takeaways to 30 giveaways.
That is such a solid 1-2 punch for Dallas, bro. I mean,
Heiskanen and Klingberg, absolutely.
Yeah, man. You have
Absolutely.
Klingberg on the top pair and Heiskanen on the second pair. That's tough to play against, man. Even though
100%.
even though both of them, I mean, Heiskanen is known more for his defensive prowess than Klingberg is, but even John
Not in the
Klingberg's
playoffs,
starting
apparently.
even John Klingberg's starting to come into his own as a defenseman. You know what I mean?
I think so too.
Yeah.
He's not Brent Burns-esque anymore. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know, man. I
Where he's
think
just an extra forward.
I think Klingberg is already one of the better defensemen in the NHL, if not in the conversation for top 15, if not top 10.
Yeah, I think he's definitely a top 10 defenseman for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to argue against that, really. I mean,
Well, I mean, you're going based solely on point production at that point. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to Eric Wally Wallenberg from We Are Los Angeles. You know,
Hi, Wally.
Hi, Wally.
always, and I totally agree with him on this, dude. That I legit think that the defenseman awards need to be split up into two.
We talked about that
for
last year
Yeah.
too.
Norris
the same way.
Norris going to best defenseman, and then like the Bobby Orr award going to the best offensive defenseman.
The Mike
Yeah.
Green Award.
I would go Bobby Orr.
I would go Paul Coffey.
yeah. I mean,
Nobody-
yeah, they should.
nobody
They
cares
should
about Paul
separate it.
Coffey.
They should separate it definitely between. I know we've talked about it before. The way that they should separate that because it's just unfair. Like, I mean, it really is because if you have a defenseman, we look back a couple of years, that with Carlson winning it a few years back. I mean, his plus minus was trash. He got burned all the time. I mean, he looked a little bit better being on a shit Ottawa team, but at the same time, it's like they voted for him solely on his point production. Which just wasn't. Yeah, it's not right.
How can you not justify it when we already have first of all, so many awards for elite offensive production by forwards, but we even have a dedicated award for defensive production by forwards with the Selke. Why not do both ends of the spectrum with defensemen?
True.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially with the
especially with what?
Huh?
offensive upside.
Oh, okay. You cut out for a second. So
Oh, okay. Was it like the defensive defenseman? I don't want to say is dead in the NHL, but there's way more two-way and even offensive heavy defensemen coming into the league as elite talents. Like you look at Quinn Hughes, Miro Heiskanen, Cale Makar, guys like that. That's the new NHL defenseman.
yeah, I agree. I mean, at this point, it just makes too much sense to not do it because I mean that's a very simple way to look at it. I think it should be done anyways, but then you look at it. I mean, even at the forwards, you have defensive forward with the Selke and then just point production on the other side. So
Yeah.
I mean, they already do it. You might as well do it for the defensemen because there are defensemen that are just animals in point production.
Agreed. All right, so my daughter wanted me to tell this joke, right?
Okay, she gets a joke because she's always watching.
Why do you eat your sister?
Why?
Because
geez,
she
why?
is a sister that is a pig.
What?
Dude. Yeah, man, that's an 8-year-old joke right there, bro. I love it. Because she is a sister and she is a pig.
Good Lord, that's great.
That's my daughter. I love her.
Well, at least she has an imagination. You know, that's good. I like
Absolutely love her. Next
Appreciate
Paula
the joke,
Poundstone right
Amelia.
there, dude.
Yeah.
Already funnier than Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
it. Ouch.
My vagina is so big.
Vagina.
Whap.
Funny. Vagina. Funny. Vagina. Vagina funny.
Fat.
Fat.
Demoralizing the male form. Fat chicks are hot. Vagina. Funny.
The patriarchy.
The patriarchy. Obesity. Funny. Vagina. Fupa. Funny.
God damn. Alex is getting canceled tonight,
You-
bro.
For real.
He
Alex
really
is
is,
getting
huh?
canceled.
Honestly.
He's gonna cancel our podcast, and we're not even this is a hockey podcast. Funny.
That's okay. We'll just
Fat people go.
It's okay. We'll just start streaming on Ben Shapiro's website.
Oh shit.
Sorry that your wife broke the news to you like that, Ben.
InfoWars presents In the Neutral Zone.
No, thank you.
Have Alex
We'll
Jones
just-
as a guest.
We'll just start the most outland. Dude, we'll be like Eklund, dude. E5 confirmed, bro. Just throwing shit at the wall, everything.
Yeah.
Patrick Kane to the Los Angeles Kings for Trevor Lewis and 7th round pick. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
Well, let me tell you why a trade for
Wait,
Andy
when did
Green,
Eklund say that?
Eklund
dude.
is like, let me sit here and write a 5-paragraph essay on why Andy Green for Drew Doughty is the trade that needs to happen this summer.
Oh, dude, I just love how like all those hockey like rumor like it's like Doughty's going to Toronto. Tyler Seguin
He wore
going
a
to
hat.
Toronto.
You know what
He
the
wore a
worst
Maple
part.
Leafs hat.
You know what the worst part about us having this podcast is even though we're more educated about hockey than 90% not 80% of the media, and our podcast is legitimately enjoyable. We talk so much shit about hockey media. We will never be a part of circulated hockey
never.
media.
No, yeah, because they'll
Never.
probably want to fight us, and that's fine, bro. Like I'll fight every single one of them.
Throw
Yeah,
down.
we can fight people.
Or just sit on them. They're fine.
Bro,
I know,
I'll, take on,
ratings.
I'll,
Why not?
I'll take on Mike Milbury as long as it's barefoot in a dojo.
No shoes.
Remember when Scott said that he'll fight Paul Bissonnette, dude?
Absolutely.
All right,
Yeah,
you fight Paul Bissonnette, and I'll fight fucking
Ryan
Ryan
Whitney.
Whitney. I'll fight.
I'll fight the fat Bostonian guy
I'll
that
I'll
nobody
fight.
cares about.
I'll fight the Prez, bro, from fucking Bar Down, bro. I'll fight him. Just as long as he
He's
doesn't.
like 90.
Just as long as I can do as much cocaine as him before we fight.
Oh yeah.
That guy fucking hoovers, dude. That guy is a schnoz for hoovering, bro. That guy probably uses a
Oh.
fucking
He's gonna.
boba straw, dude.
Cue Zach just rubbing cocaine into his eyeballs.
I'm ready.
Oh, we're so off track. We're so off track.
Oh, dude. Oh my god.
But we have to do the line, Alex. It's our podcast. Do what we want.
Yep.
True.
Oh shit. That's
Oh
funny.
my god, it's too funny.
But we did get a question from Oswald in Wisconsin.
What up, Ozzy?
Oswald, I'm still waiting on you to get back to me about my proposal.
Yeah, asshole. That's not very nice.
Fucking
Score a
dickhead.
goal. He's gonna score a goal before he gets back to you. That's what's gonna happen.
Hopefully.
Zach and Oswald confirm new team in NZHL for
Hell
NHL
yeah, bro.
23.
Hell yeah, bro. The best team. Dude, it's like we're not even the best, bro. It's just people want to come play for us because it's so much fun.
Yeah. NHL 23 covers Sidney Crosby in a wheelchair.
So he wanted us to predict how this offseason's goaltending musical chairs ends up around the league. There are a ton of UFA goaltenders coming up, but obviously we're not going to hit all of them. We want to talk about the big ones. I did
I can
send the
list
list
the big
over.
ones if you want.
Perfect. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Scott.
I'll go ahead and list them. I'll list
Yeah,
some
what
of
the
ones
goalie
that are
doing?
probably
I'll go
not
ahead
gonna do
and
anything,
listen,
but we'll
guys.
see. Braden Holtby, Corey Crawford, Robin Lehner, Jimmy Howard, Matt Murray, Jacob Markstrom, Thomas Greiss, Cam Talbot, Anton Khudobin, Brian Elliott, Aaron Dell, Linus Olmark, and I believe that's it for all the important people.
I'm gonna start
Did you
by
say
saying
Tristan Yari? Did you
I
already say
did
that?
not. I did not
You
say
didn't-
Tristan.
You
Yari.
didn't say Blackwood.
Oh,
either.
he's RFA actually. Yari's an RFA.
Yeah.
I think is
I'm
Blackwood
gonna
also an
go.
RFA?
I'm gonna go ahead and call that everyone from Elliott down doesn't matter.
Yeah, dude. Like only for me, like the only people I see really finding jobs after this season is Holtby, Markstrom,
Winner.
Murray, Leonard. Anderson will find a backup job somewhere if he
I think so
wants it.
too.
If he wants it. Olmark is an RFA, but I don't even think he gets qualified, bro. To be
Khudobin
quite
will.
honest,
I don't think so either.
Gorgiev is going to
think-
get qualified. Dell
Yeah,
will
true.
probably get a backup job somewhere.
I was gonna say I think
Grice?
I think Dell will be a Peter Mrazek
Gotcha,
situation
one.
where there's going to be some team that desperately needs a goaltender that signs him to like an oversized like 2x2 deal.
A lot of these goalies do like they don't even got to worry about jobs, bro, because essentially all they got to wait for is for someone's starting goalie to go down, and then they'll get a job. But
Yeah.
I mean, like obviously the big names are gonna find jobs, but like all the people who are like older, like I'm talking like 32 and up, besides maybe like Talbot, are gonna are not going to like find starting jobs. Mike Smith's probably gonna retire, bro.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so,
he's
too.
see
fine.
why someone would sign Talbot, but like he always finds a job somewhere. So
I'm curious to see
He
where
needs a good
Hol-
defense.
I'm curious
True.
to see where Holtby will go because it's pretty apparent at this point that Samsonov is the guy.
So I mean that's the thing. As far as obviously we're not going to hit all. So Holtby, where do you think is the biggest fit for him?
Chicago.
Chicago would be a good one.
If they
I
let
agree.
Corey Crawford walk, huh?
They're going to. They're going
They're
to.
gonna they have to let Corey Crawford walk
sure.
at this point. Honestly, I think Crawford might be done after this season.
Well,
I think
he's
so,
already
too.
said he wants to play. He said he wants to play.
I'm very happy you want to play, but you only have 7% brain functionality at this point.
I mean, what
Fuck off the fucking
concert?
helmet and he's
Is he
done.
sure? Is he sure he was even talking about hockey and not going home and playing with his GI Joes?
Dude, where did he?
I
What
just wanna
concert
go
did he
home
get
and
injured
play.
at? Was
What?
it Trapped? Where or
No,
was it?
Rise Against when he jumped off the stage and broke his
Oh,
arm.
okay. No, it was his ankle or his
His
foot.
ankle.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, he had to have foot surgery.
I thought it was like
Yeah.
fucking Puddle of Mud or something, bro.
Puddle of Mud.
I was really gonna laugh.
Drowning pools.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, it hit.
Oh, and they did.
Oh,
and
they
they
did.
did.
Oh, and they did.
They
bro.
did.
Are you down with the thickness, dude?
Always down with the thickness. He's not down with us tonight, though. He's not here.
He's never down to come on.
No, I mean usually he's at least in chat here. He's not watching.
Oh yeah, let me link him.
What a dick.
All right, dude. So Amelia, before okay, are we done with the goalies?
I mean,
we still have
if
a
you
bit to
get-
talk about if you want.
you can cut in. Go ahead.
Amelia wanted me to ask, why are the Kings so bad? We don't have to get into it, but
Have her go back and listen to the last 69 episodes.
yeah, yeah.
Not,
There will be at least
yeah.
I'll
one
get her-
rant every episode.
I'll get her
about
caught
how the Kings are.
Don't
bad.
worry, guys. I'll get her caught up.
Yeah, now she has what do you call it? She has bed material. She could listen to the podcast, the old ones, and get caught up. You don't even have to tell her, and
But-
your podcast too.
But for sure, yeah, right. I mean, it's weird to say that now, but yeah, it is. But Mike Smith definitely fucking retiring.
I think so too.
Oh yeah.
There's some RFAs in here like that. So Georgiev, I think they'll qualify him, but they're going to use him as trade bait, dude.
I disagree. I think they'll hang on to him until Shesterkin develops a little more. I think they might use them as a tandem for a season or two.
Hank is done after
Well,
the
Hank-
season, or he has one
No.
more.
No, he's still on the hook.
Honestly, man, I can see Hank being a buyout just to get him off the books.
I don't know. I don't
Look at
think
his
so.
cap
I
friendly.
think he's gonna stick around. I think he's gonna write out his contract, or he's gonna retire.
Or he's
But
gonna
yeah,
go to,
I mean-
or he's gonna go to Minnesota so he can hold hands with Matt Zuccarello again.
They love each other, dude.
They
Yeah.
do. Do you guys remember when Zooks got traded or Zooks left and he cried?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
I do
a
remember
bromance.
that.
That's a
Oh,
real
he has-
bromance.
he has one more season left at 8.5.
Yeah.
yeah. They're not cutting him out of
Guys,
that.
we are missing a very important goalie 10 years
Jacob
ago.
Markstrom.
Jacob
Not that
Markstrom.
goalie. No, we're missing a very important Ducks goalie that is probably going to retire after this.
Oh, Ryan Miller.
season. Ryan Miller.
Good for him, man.
Rest
He's
in
got
peace.
he's got 3 more
Legend.
Olympics left in him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
3 more
Silver
Olympic meltdowns.
Yeah.
I think he retires as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
I honestly, but I feel like Miller could still find a backup job somewhere.
He's
over
not
a lot
going
of
to,
those
and the,
goalies.
and the reason
No,
why
he
he's
won't.
not going to is because he lives in Southern California now. He's not going to go play somewhere
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, look at Matt Molson came to play out here just so that he could stay with the Millers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, shit, he didn't even mind riding it out in Ontario for it.
hmm
Matthew Murray. Oh no, he's RFA.
Matt Murray's an
Lehner.
RFA, yeah.
Lehner.
So this is an interesting one because honestly, and I know Scott's gonna disagree because he loves Flower, and I like Flower too, but with how much Leonard's developed in the last couple of seasons and the fact that he's still only 27, you would be dumb to let that guy go.
Oh, absolutely.
He's 29.
I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah, he's 29.
Is he 29 already?
He's
Really?
already 30.
Really?
29.
But
Yep.
he's still younger. He still has more.
He's
years.
still he's still
Oh,
got
yeah.
more years because he doesn't have a lot of tread on the tires.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Or miles on the tires, sorry.
Honestly,
He has a
man,
lot of tread left.
I say if you're gonna move a goalie, move Flower out and re-sign Leonard to a 4x5.
Don't make
gonna
the same
do
mistake Chicago did.
No, but who's going to do Vegas the solid of fucking? Oh, yeah, here we need Marc-Andre Fleury. Nobody really needs Marc-Andre Fleury, especially if Vegas isn't starting him. You know what I mean?
I disagree. If Rene decides to retire, which has kind of been brought up, Nashville's going to need a goalie because
No,
Saros
they're
isn't
not.
the guy yet.
They've already said that Saros is the guy, though.
Yeah,
They
had him start over.
Yeah, in the play.
Rene in the playoffs. Yeah, in the play-ins. Yeah.
Calgary,
I think Saros is
Edmonton.
developed enough.
Calgary's got Riddick. Edmonton has.
Koskinen. That goalie's not going to win you a cup.
No.
I guess you could. Yeah.
There's a few teams you can make the argument for.
Yeah, I mean he's still one of those players that he can still take a team to the playoffs and.
Oh, absolutely. He'll still steal you a few games.
Yeah, he'll steal you some games. But yeah, I think it's a smart move. I think Leonard should stay in
Honestly,
Vegas,
man,
and I hope they should
think
not make the same mistake that Chicago did. Let him trade him instead of.
I think Carolina should be hunting a veteran goalie. Actually, I think Carolina will be really well off with either one of the two Vegas goalies.
Yeah.
With Leonard or Matt
or Flower.
Or Fleur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just send him to a rebuilding team. He's already won 3 cups. So like,
they could, but yeah.
But does he want to compete for another one?
When's Seattle's expansion draft?
Next season.
Next season, right?
So-
End of next season.
So I guess Vegas will probably just run that as a tandem, bro.
But that's if
Leonard
that's if we sign him.
I mean,
Oh.
the Islanders
They have to
are doing it
re-sign
right now with
Leonard,
Bryson
yeah.
Remember, they
Varlamov,
just
so-
signed Stone. They just signed Pacioretty to a massive extension. They have, I think, Tuck is due for an extension, correct?
Most
Could be.
likely,
look,
it's got to
I'm
be
already on
coming
cap
up.
friendly.
Alex Tuck.
Tuck. No. He's signed through 25-26.
Oh, there you
Really?
go.
Already? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he signed one. Well, 2 seasons ago, maybe.
Yeah. How much cap space do they have? Dude, they have $311,000 in cap space.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
we're
a
gonna
lot.
sign
That's the
Leonard.
fucking-
Yeah, they got to move some shit out. There's no way they're re-signing Leonard
Next-
without that.
Well, technically
Well,
they
they already
could. I
have-
don't know.
Yeah,
who's
they have Leonard's contract already.
Oh,
they could
John
just
Merrill's
re-sign
coming off
it.
the books. Well, England is coming off the books, even though it's only 700,000. But
Yeah.
Tomas Nosek is coming off the books. Dude, they don't really have much money coming off of the books next season.
No, not really. They're cap strapped.
they're gonna have 6.3 mil at the beginning of next season.
Hot take: Kings buyout, quick sign Robin Leonard.
That is a freezing cold take. They are not buying out Jonathan Quick, dude. There's
No.
no way.
He retires in LA, unfortunately.
Yeah, he does.
No,
it's not
It's not
unfortunately.
unfortunate when you're rebuilding. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean that's especially if he becomes the backup / mentor to whoever we get to start. I mean, Cal Peterson's going to be the starter for probably the next year or two until he's not good anymore. But dude, that Lucas
He's not good anymore.
that Lucas Perique kid down in Spokane, that kid's going to be a stud, bro.
Yeah, he looks really good.
I can feel it down in my plums. Got a nice bluish hue. Gonna take him to market. Does anybody get where that's from?
No idea.
Oh man, you gotta watch Eastbound and Down, bro. Oh my god, you gotta watch it. Dude. Do yourself a favor. All right, you're gonna need the trifecta on HBO. You're gonna need to watch Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, and Righteous
I've watched
Gemstones.
Vice Principals.
Righteous Gemstones is phenomenal.
Oh,
I've
it's
watched
amazing.
and I watched
Phenomenal.
Vice Principals. That's
Dude, if you
fucking
watch
funny.
Vice Principals, you need to watch Righteous Gemstones because it's amazing. But do
Okay.
do yourselves a favor and watch the cringe lord that is Kenny Powers on
Cringe lord.
Cringe Lord, bro. Watch it. Eastbound and Down. It's amazing. It's hilarious.
Let's hop back on track here, boys.
Yeah, sorry.
Mhm.
It's okay.
Let's move on to our playoff updates if you guys are down
Well,
for that.
no, oh yeah, you didn't get the. You're not looking at the updated one. We moved Zach's question up to the top or topic about Kyle Clifford.
I don't even see that.
there
So
it is.
Kyle Clifford reportedly, and confirmed by Zach's research, Kyle Clifford removed all mentions of Toronto in his social media. His description and all that at the top that he used to have.
It's all gone
From
on
all social
Twitter.
media, it's all gone. Everything
all gone
from
on
Twitter.
Instagram, which leads one to believe that before Blake traded Kyle Clifford, he told him, "You have a job when the season's over." Because there's no way that you don't bring back Kyle Clifford, dude. Honestly, man. If it wasn't for Anze Kopitar, I would think Kyle Clifford deserves a C on his chest, bro.
So
He is such a
I'm-
hard worker.
I'm 100% going to agree with all of that. I've always said Kyle Clifford is one of my favorite Kings ever. It's not because you're getting to get you in your fist fights. Him and Trevor Lewis are the hardest workers on that team every single night. And Clifford's still relatively young. He's 27, 28, right?
I think it's 30.
No, he's not.
I think
30
so.
yet. Let me check.
No,
I
he's
don't
29.
think so.
He's
29.
29.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Cliffy's still got at least 3 or 4 good years left as a role
Yeah.
player in the NHL. And
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like the last couple seasons have been his best seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
started
only
to
been
move the-
improving.
He's started to move the puck a lot better. He's really good on breaking the puck out across the neutral zone.
And he's also not fighting as much anymore. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, he's
Which is a
become
good
more of
thing.
an energy guy and less of just a straight scrapper.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. But
And
I'm sorry, go for it.
No, I was going to say, and this harkens back. This is going to support your argument. I've told them this before. Zach, have you ever heard Kyle Clifford's draft story?
No, go for it.
Oh, did I just cut out?
Oh.
I just
Yeah,
cut
you
out.
did.
Sorry.
But now
So,
you're back.
sorry.
I was like,
Have you heard Kyle
okay.
Clifford's draft story?
No, I
Yeah,
haven't.
so-
Go for it.
When Cliffy was coming into the NHL, he was only scouted by 2 teams. First, he was approached by the Kings, and then he was approached by the Islanders. And in his meeting with the Islanders scout, this is a true story. You can look it up. He wrote about it in The Athletic. He told the Islanders scout, "If you draft me, I will throw you through a window."
Because he wanted to be a
Because
LA
he wanted to
King
be in LA.
Hey,
So
my
he's
guy.
he's been LA ride or die since before he even wore the sweater. That's a guy you need to bring back to finish his career here.
Yep, absolutely.
Here's my concern. Does upper management see it the same way as we do? We did talk about Rob Blake being more of a player's GM.
Yeah.
And I
Oh. Internet issues again.
the books, we can afford to inflate his contract a little bit.
I don't even
Oh,
think you need
dude.
to inflate it.
Yeah, no, he's coming back on a $1 million per year deal, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't think he's going to sign for a lot. He has to. From what I've heard is he's literally building a house in South Coast right now, dude. So he legitimately has to come back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this is where his family and his life is. But since the Kings are not going to be bringing back Trevor Lewis, they have to bring in somebody in that bottom 6 that can help those kids along. And Kyle Clifford is the perfect person to have on that 4th line, 100%. I mean, I've missed him in a Kings
You like
sweater,
that?
dude. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
He'll,
Make
don't
it
worry,
sweet. Yeah,
don't worry,
Alex is
folks.
coming
He'll
back.
be back. He's
Yeah.
just going to go outside to get his food.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I think it makes the most sense. Like you said, Blake basically told him, "You've got a job." At the end of the season, they were making the moves purely for, the compensation they were going to get for it, and hoping that they were going to give him a chance, maybe to, make some noise in the playoffs. Unfortunately, Toronto, did what they did. But Kyle Clifford, I mean, especially if he's already removed all that stuff, it doesn't confirm anything, but he's going to need a contract. And LA's where he's always wanted to be. the Kings love having him around. He's only continued to improve over the last few years, like we're talking about. I mean, it just makes too much sense for him to re-sign with the Kings and come back to LA.
Oh yeah, and to be quite honest, even if he doesn't sign a contract, and let's just say by chance he retires, which I don't think he's going to, he has a job with the Los Angeles Kings in development. 100%, bro. 100%.
Oh yeah, he's going to be a great coach.
He's going to be tied to the Kings until he dies.
Yeah.
You can just tell by the person that he is and the player that he is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think I think it's not only good for him, but it's great for the organization, to be honest with you.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that was a really good one to put right up there at the top. I'm glad we touch on that because I know we were all upset when Cliffy left, but it's looking more and more likely like he's going to return, and obviously we'll know pretty quick with the short off season and everything. And
just a friendly reminder. Oswald actually brought this up in our chat earlier. Let me find it. The draft has been moved up to October 6th /7th, and free agency starts on the 9th. So we'll actually know in about a month whether or not he's going to come back to LA or so. I personally think he is.
Yeah, I personally do too, and I think it only makes. I mean, there's really nowhere else he's going to go. I mean, he went
just
technically home and played in Toronto, but now he's going to be coming back home to where he started his career and the only place he's ever wanted to play.
Yep.
So we only, those were the only couple of questions we got this week. The season's winding down. I'm sure we'll get more questions as, more off-season stuff begins to pop up. We'll get a lot more rumors, things we need to touch on for that. But let's jump right into the playoffs here. We didn't finish up the rounds. Round two, sorry. We didn't finish up round two. We were, middle of round two when we recorded last week. We won't spend too much time on that because obviously everybody knows the final four teams that are in. But there were a couple of games that happened that I think we want to make sure we give their time, on the podcast and the live stream on to at least touch on and definitely deserving because there were some really great games to end up on those series.
Yep.
So in the second round, the Islanders did end up finishing off the Philadelphia Flyers in 7 games. Philadelphia, extended it to Game 7 with a 5-4 double overtime win against Philadelphia against the Islanders, and took all the momentum that they had there and completely shit on it very quickly in Game 7.
The goose egg.
They looked good for about 5 to 10 minutes in Game 7 and completely goose-egged. Game 7 got shut out 4-0 against the Islanders. Moving
Again,
the Islanders on to the Eastern Conference Final.
It's fucking Barry Trotz, bro.
That guy just knows how to fucking coach. He did it again. I mean, he lost momentum because they had the series lead. And there you go. He, like you said, Barry Trotz just talked them up for Game 7, and I mean, now you got them in the Eastern Conference Final.
That was quite surprising to me, especially the lackluster effort from Philadelphia in Game 7.
That was the most surprising thing to me, honestly. Obviously we talked about it. We gave our predictions for the rounds and the series, but I picked the Islanders to win that series, but it going to Game 7 and them completely shitting the bed was not something that I expected out of Philadelphia. I thought it was going to be close all the way through and at least a battle, but it almost turned out like your NZHL series and Alex team shit in the bed. So
yeah, it's the connection, bro.
There it is. It's the connection.
Nah, man. Again, people seem to forget they got the secret weapon right here, bro. Been playing those Jedi mind tricks on people.
Next series we had what's it called? No, we skip over Tampa Bay. That series was over last recording. Obviously, they will play the Islanders, or are playing the Islanders in the Eastern Conference Finals. On to the Western Conference. Vegas ended up winning the series in 7 games, which I know Zach will probably touch on here a little bit. I know he was a little shocked. Vancouver did win 2 games in a row, games 5 and 6 after they fell down pretty hard, 3-1. Got a squeaker in game 5, and then basically shit kicked them in game 6, 4-0.
Honestly, man, it was quite shocking to me that Vancouver took it to Game 7. Vegas was obviously just the better team than Vancouver as far as talent,
sure.
as far as structure wise. I don't want to say talent wise, but as far as structure wise, they were the better team.
And they have the experience.
Yep, definitely surprised that Vancouver took it to Game 7. Pleasantly surprised, because I honestly wish that Vancouver would have pulled that off, because, again, fuck Vegas.
Vegas ended up shutting them out in Game 7. Leonard had 3 shutouts in that series, I believe.
I'm seeing 2 just because Game 6 and Game 7
5,
is on
6,
there.
and 7, yeah. I'm almost positive. There's Scott in his Fleury jersey.
Again, fuck Vegas.
I'm pretty sure I saw a note that Lehner had 3 shutouts in this series. I think it was in the first. Yeah, in the first 3 he had 2. So there was 1 in Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
So Vegas won.
Yeah, dude, but you know what how the old adage goes, dude. Fuck Vegas.
And then the final series was Colorado and Dallas. Last we were here, Colorado was down I think 3-1, and they were
down 3-1 too.
They were currently playing, I think, when we were recording or something, so we didn't have the results. They ended up winning. They got Game 6, 4-1, and we said on the podcast last week that if Dallas did not get Colorado in 6, that they were most likely done. Mm-hmm. That did not happen. Went to overtime in Game 7. It was an absolutely awesome game. I mean, it was a very, very great game to watch. Went to overtime. Dallas did take it in Game 7 in overtime, sending them to the Western Conference Final. And not only was it a fantastic game in 5-4 being overtime, I mean, you had a couple of notes here that, people, becoming budding stars right in front of your eyes as far as shockers. Like, when I say becoming stars, it doesn't mean they're going to, turn out to, number 1 line players or anything like that. But, it's the playoffs, so everything is, a little more heightened. And is it Yoel? Yoel, right?
Yeah.
Yoel Kiviranta scored the game-winning goal in overtime, which also was a hat trick goal. And he's a rookie, and nobody's ever heard of him.
And that's only his 3rd playoff game, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's completely correct, but I think that this is only his 3rd playoff game.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think he had very many games played at all. Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's the first rookie in NHL history to record a Game 7 hat trick. That's impressive.
That is.
I mean, especially with lots of fucking rookies that take the headlines and everything and are on good teams, and I mean, nobody's ever done it. So that's kind of cool. The last 2 players at all to record a hat trick in a Game 7 are Kiviranta and Wayne Gretzky.
Damn.
So just at all, period. Nobody else has scored a hat trick Game 7 goal between now and since Wayne Gretzky's done it. Mm-hmm. And then also Adam posted in our podcast Discord that Dallas is also the first ever team to have 2 rookies get hat tricks in the same playoffs.
Who was the other?
What's his
Goryanov, wasn't it?
Guryanov. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Guryanov. But yeah, he had one in the first series, right?
I think so.
Can I
I'm not
just
sure.
say, the second round of the playoffs just really didn't like having comebacks. They just hated comebacks.
I mean,
it was 3 teams, right? 3 teams in the second round came back to tie it from down 3-1 and lost in Game 7.
Yeah.
Wasn't happening, bro.
Wasn't happening. Yeah, it was just 2020. It's 2020 just continues up. Alex is back. Let me add him back to the stream. Look at that.
What's up, guys?
What
Did
up?
you eat already?
No. So you guys are gonna laugh. This is me being the idiot that I am. I ordered food.
And send it to your old house.
I go downstairs to get it, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? How'd this guy get in my complex to leave it at my door? Because usually I have to meet them out front, which is already like a 5-minute walk. Because my complex is a quarter mile long, and I'm at the back.
Yeah.
I go outside. I'm like, I don't see this shit anywhere, bro. So I call my mom. Well, my mom calls me. My mom's like, did you order me food? And I was like, no. So I have to run to my mom's house to pick my food up. Luckily, my mom literally lives 2 blocks away, but.
Yeah, that's
back.
funny.
Wow.
That's funny. Well, that's okay. We're getting through the second round of the playoffs here. We just talked about Kiviranta and his hat trick goal. Buffalo Wild Wings, nice.
How you say?
Yeah, so we're getting through that just to get you on the same page
cool.
here. So I don't know if you saw Alex. I just want to make sure you did hear this because Adam did post it. He did post it in our Discord about Dallas being the first team ever to have 2 rookies have a hat trick in the same playoffs.
That can't be accurate. That's a real statistic, like proven statistic.
That's what I saw. I saw a note on it.
That's ridiculous.
That's also
crazy,
from
right?
Adam, who is a Dallas Stars fan.
True.
I mean, Adam.
It was kind of surprising that Kiviranta was also the only rookie in all the years of the NHL that he's the only one to have a Game 7 hat trick for a rookie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Except
a little bit
for-
more believable, but
I thought Justin Williams started scoring Game 7 hat tricks when he was like 4 years old.
No, dude, I think the only other person to do it was Dwayne the Rock Jetski, right?
what? What the fuck? Who the fuck is? We're on some today.
Dwayne the Rock Jetski, dude. Come on.
You're a fool.
I am.
But conference finals. So conference finals set up, obviously, Lightning versus the Islanders and Vegas versus Dallas. Game 1 is the only game that's happened so far between the Lightning and Islanders. It was an absolute shit kicking by Tampa Bay.
Absolute shit kicking.
I'm upset that I didn't watch this.
It was just bad.
I wish I didn't
Kucherov
watch it.
and Braden Point both had 5 points.
I saw that play that Kucherov and Point had in the neutral zone, though, dude. Where in the neutral zone, but I saw that play that they had where there was
when he did the pass.
He tilted his stick over to chip it to Braden Point.
Yeah,
dude. There's
And
Kevin
then the
Weeks
goalie
said
scored.
it, bro. Yeah, Kevin Weeks said it, and I'm gonna wholeheartedly get behind him. Nikita Kucherov isn't just like hockey smart, dude. He's a hockey fucking genius.
Yeah,
He just the game has already been played in his head. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I can't believe he honestly thought of that because the pass was already good and he could have probably dangled around him or just made a power move to the outside. And what he did with his stick, just turning it upside down to chip it over. And
he just opened the blade. That's all he did.
I
He
know,
just
but
opened the
it
blade,
just
yeah.
looked. It was the opposite way though. It looked really weird. I don't know. It looked really cool, honestly, just watching it in slow motion.
Yeah.
To think of that it was going to go right to Braden Point to set up that goal, and then even the goal where he finished it, he knew exactly, like you said, the play was in his head already done. He knew exactly where to put it because he had like a pubic hair of space to put that puck through, and he absolutely put it exactly where he needed to. Because if it hit anything else, it was blocked. It was a save.
everyone knows Nikita Kucherov is a top 5 player in the NHL, but I still feel that people don't realize how good his all-around game really is.
Oh yeah.
I think it's because he has a Cro-Magnon head, dude. It looks like a Neanderthal.
He kind of does.
Just a tad.
Grew
But he's
up a
so
little
good.
close to Turtle.
He did. He did. That's why he's so good, bro. He was drinking Chernobyl water.
He doesn't just have a higher IQ. His brain is just that much bigger.
Brain so big,
It's so big. It works.
like bowling ball in head.
I just think games so much faster. Like, do you legit though? Like, do you guys legitimately think the game is just slowed down to him, so that
It has to be.
he
I
can
feel
only
like-
process everything that's going on?
I wouldn't say that. I would say that for really elite talents, I would argue that it's probably more instinctual. Like they don't even know the play that they're
That's what I was gonna
making
say.
when they make it.
Yeah.
It's just their body
agree.
reacting on instinct.
Mhm.
Like that sauce chip that McKinnon had to Rantanen. That aerial
Yeah.
sauce chip across the crease. You don't think I'm gonna sauce this in the air onto my teammate's stick for a one-timer. You just do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
They
it's
must
more
be-
of an instinct at that point.
they must be animals in the sack, bro. Just flipping positions so quick, bro. Just not even going based off of intellect, bro. Just instinct.
Instinct. I know it works.
Man, this works. I light fire.
Cooch fucks this chick for 30 seconds, lays down, busted a nut. Are you gonna let me finish? You'll finish in 2 minutes on your own.
And then 2
I've
minutes
already-
later, 2 minutes later, no, dude, he finishes in 30 seconds because it was legitimately 30 minutes in his mind.
His dick mastered the 1-inch punch.
Oh yeah,
Wu-Tang throwback for all you.
Oh,
a
Jesus.
1-inch punch.
So on this series, I mean, obviously, absolute shit kicking. The stars were out in that game. Guys showed up. Braden Point, Kucherov continue to just be monsters this playoffs. I mean, what do you guys think? How the series? I know there's a couple of differing opinions on this because we talked about it earlier. Comments on the series? How you think it's going to play out? What are your predictions?
I'm really excited. The Tampa Bay has finally proved what I've been saying all along. That New York is shit.
They're so shit. They're finally approving it in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
I will
Top
say
four
this.
teams in the league.
I will say this, dude.
Mhm.
As the old adage goes, Barry fucking Trotz, dude. Barry
I
Trotz.
think
So,
the Islanders
I was
can
gonna
win.
say-
It's no problem for them.
What?
I was gonna say,
Speak up, Scott.
yes, you got it.
Oh,
go.
sorry.
Say it with
I
your
think that
chest.
the Islanders are going to come back.
Yes.
I think it's going to be no problem because of Barry Trotz. That they're just going to bounce back from this and be completely fine.
Honestly,
Honestly-
a good coach only gets you so far, though.
Nah.
Nah.
Not when you
nah,
have
nah.
the talent. They have the talent.
I don't think
They
they
do.
do.
They
As
do.
the old adage goes, dude. John Cooper, bro. The guy's a trash fucking coach, dude.
Yeah,
Choke
they
in the
should've-
playoffs
They should have
constantly.
canned him a long fucking time ago.
They
And
should
then
have
they
canned him
re-signed
after
him.
that CBJ sweep when Vasilevsky was getting fucking roasted every
And
game.
they signed
Yeah.
him to an extension after that.
If they lose, all right, and I'm not good because I really don't have any feeling either way on who's going to win this series or not. Because honestly, man, the Islanders are a great team. They have a great structure and a great coach, while Tampa Bay has the raw talent. I think the edge has to go to Tampa Bay, or not Tampa Bay, but to the Islanders because of coaching.
Really?
John Cooper is a shit postseason coach, dude. He's had
Has
the
been.
talent for years now.
Yeah.
And what did they do? They bolstered. They got Zach fucking Bogosian this trade deadline. They got Blake Coleman, Barclay Goodrow. Like, bro,
Blake Coleman worked out great, I think. We talked about it in the last
He
episode.
has, yeah.
not for a first rounder.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to McDonald's. They're hiring. They're doing interviews at their spots, dude. Either way though, John Cooper. If they're gonna lose, it's because of John Cooper.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, Scott and I kind of talked about it last year when the Lightning got swept. That Columbus just found a way to absolutely expose Vasilevsky, but it wasn't just Vasilevsky. They exposed the entire team's structure, like their defensive play and their transition game in their own zone. And yeah, that's all John Cooper.
Yeah, I mean, it is. This is one of the. This is definitely a hard series to pick, just because Barry Trotz is that good of a coach, because he brings the structure. The Islanders might not have the raw talent, but they have the talent to beat any team, just like any NHL team. Really, you've got the talent there. What do you do with it? And how do you work as a team? They work as a team. They've done it all season long. Everybody says the Islanders they're so boring. I mean, really, if you're winning and you're getting it done, at that point, that's coaching, and that doesn't matter. If it's working, it's working. I mean, it's working because of Barry Trotz.
I will make the argument that, like, the 2014 Kings, minus the fact that, like, you know, every series was a Game 7 except for the finals. We were a boring fucking team to watch.
Oh, yeah.
When we were,
for sure.
Daryl
and
Sutter's
we had the
coach
structure.
teams are boring.
Yeah. Like, his strategy was legitimately trap at the blue line and put the other team to sleep.
It's a 3-2 league, boys.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 3-2 league.
I mean, Trotz he's evolved a little bit where it's not really a 3-2 league anymore, but it's the same. It's the same exact mold there, because he just does what works, and he's going. I mean, the Islanders have been shit kicked at least twice this postseason.
Yeah.
And what do? They come out and win and end up getting by in the series. They have the talent to do it. I know the Lightning are just – they have more raw talent maybe than the other teams they faced, but that structure and that coaching and that belief in the coaching and style goes a long way. You just said it in 2014 with the Kings. It's true. We got by in all those Game 7s because our coaching and our structure was that much better.
I will say this about Barry Trotz, though. We talked during the offseason about, like, how the old guard of coaches are kind of phasing themselves out of the NHL. I think Barry Trotz is one of the few coaches that has learned to adapt and coach in the modern NHL.
Yeah.
And that's why he's so successful. He is both the old school and the modern day players coach. Like, any age group can get behind that guy and feel like he has their back.
I think what's made him so successful, though, is that he knows how to pick coaches apart. He knows what they're going to do.
Not many NHL coaches, I feel like, play the matchup as well as he does.
No.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
I really feel like coaches go out to coach. Barry Trotz is playing his own game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're playing checkers, and that fool's playing chess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I feel like that dude is more of a player than any other coach in the league, in the sense that he goes out to battle with his team as opposed to just leading the team into battle. You know what I mean?
That's a great analogy. Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that. So as far as how the series plays out, Alex, what do you think? Winner and games.
You know, you guys made a really good argument, but I just think that Tampa is rolling so hard, and the top 6 forwards alone.
Did they call Jared Stoll? Okay, sorry. Continue.
It doesn't even look like they're playing the matchup. It just looks like all 6 of those guys are on autopilot.
Yeah.
It's hard to stop a team that's rolling with that much confidence.
Yeah, I hear you.
I do think the Islanders will come back tomorrow for Game 2, and it'll be a much closer game. But I think if Tampa beats them in Game 2, it'll break the team's spirit altogether. We've talked about it. That team is still really, really young in terms of that core being a playoff contender. And we talked about them just like Carolina. They need that first big, painful loss. And I think if they come back and battle back, like you said, they've battled back from every major deficit that they've lost. If they come back, give it the raw, and Tampa still wins, I think it'll just demoralize the locker room.
I think that's fair. I think this is one. I think this Game 2 is the Game 4 that we always say.
I think Tampa in 6.
I mean, that's a fair assessment. I'm gonna go either the Lightning or the Isles in Game 7.
I will say Isles in Game 6.
So
Nobody caught what I said.
I did. Yes, you completely hedged. You didn't make a pick.
It's too tough to call, man.
Yeah, no, it's tough to call. Honestly, what
I want them on black and red.
Yep.
Honestly, like it goes back to this game 2 is like I said, the game 4 that we usually point to. This is the turning point for them, because if they come back and the Islanders win tomorrow, I think they win in 6. If the Islanders come back and do exactly what Alex just said, if they come back, make it a close game, and they or get shit kicked, either way, if they make it a close game and lose, or completely come out and get shit kicked again, the Lightning are going to win in 4 or 5.
That's a fair
It's
assessment.
done.
Yeah.
It's done if it doesn't go the right way tomorrow. It's going to be a quick series for the Lightning, and they're going to skate easily into the finals.
The Lightning move on to the Stanley Cup Finals, without a doubt, the Lightning are winning the Stanley Cup.
That's hard to judge right now. I can't go that far yet.
I wanted to bring up an interesting statistic if you're interested in like the hockey gods and stuff.
Okay.
And superstition. The Islanders have given up 8 goals only twice before in the playoffs. Once when they lost to the Flyers in 1980, and then once when they lost to the Rangers in 1975. The Islanders then went on to win both of those series.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
That is interesting. And another one that it's not really a hockey god thing, but since you're bringing up stats about the goals and everything, so the Lightning scored 8 goals that last game. That is more goals than they gave up in the other 2 series. In each series, they gave up 5 goals in one series, and what was the other? I want to say 6 or 7 total in the series. They scored.
Jesus.
The Lightning scored more goals yesterday than the other 2 teams scored against them in the series.
Jesus.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Robin Leonard, who's now essentially played 217 minutes without allowing a goal.
Jeez,
In the
is
last
it that
games.
long?
Damn.
At the beginning of the first period,
yeah, that's right.
It was like 120 something minutes.
Oh shit! Is he? Oh yeah, he finished the game. No, a 3-0 was the final, right, Zach?
What was that?
Again,
3-0.
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so he got the shutout. Wow. Jeez, Leonard. Yeah, they're stupid if they don't re-sign him. But that moves us to the next series. The only other one going on, obviously, Vegas versus Dallas. So Dallas captured game 1, 1-0. Got a shutout there. Very close game. I think that was big for Dallas. That was very big for Dallas for them to come out and win that close of a game and shut out Vegas, who, for the most part, had been rolling. Obviously, they had a couple of games where they kind of stumbled against Vancouver, but they've mostly been playing well as a team. And then we've been talking about it. So Vegas and Dallas play tonight. Vegas came out and got a 3-0 win, tying that series up 1-1. This is a tough one too.
It's gonna sound really stupid, but just hear me out. The first team to score 10 goals total in this series will win this series.
I feel like at that point it'll only be like game 7.
It sounds like it doesn't make sense, but just hear me out. Both these teams are so offensively talented, and in the first 2 games, we've seen 4 goals and 2 shutouts total, right?
Yep.
So, with both teams playing as sound defensively as they are against as stacked offenses as they are, the first team to really win one game with a deficit more than what I mean, like an actual game where both teams score, not just shutouts.
Yeah.
That's the team that'll edge the lead emotionally, at least in this series. And I think that's what the series is going to come down to. I think these 2 teams are really evenly matched. I think it's all going to come down to heart and who breaks first.
I think that Dallas has the defensive talent to shut their forwards down. Now, does the Stars forward lines have the firepower to actually get something past Robin Leonard.
Do they
That's
have the firepower? Isn't the question. Is will the firepower show up? Because they have the talented players.
I mean, you look at who their best players have been this postseason. Again, Miro Heiskanen leads the team and is tied for third in the NHL in points. Behind him, I think Joe Pavelski has the most goals. The role players, I don't want to say the role players, but the guys outside of the top forward line are really doing the brunt of the work for Dallas this postseason.
Yeah, you're right. They need their top.
Was invisible in the first round. I mean, he kind of snapped awake later on in the series, and in the last series he was good, and Jamie Benn has been okay. But like, I can't even tell you how many goals Radulov has in the playoffs.
One, I think.
But that's what I'm saying is that's your top and your top line.
But you got to think about it, bro. This is uncharted territory for them, man. You know what I mean? Like, this is uncharted territory.
It is, so but at the same time, I mean, the big part where you're getting dangerous right there is where you said it. Jamie Benn has been okay. Tyler Seguin has been all right. I mean, those are your big money stars that are usually.
I understand Radulov's position because the only playoff experience he has is when he was in Nashville and drunk off his ass every day. Yeah, he's never played a playoff game sober before.
Seguin was in Boston, so I mean that he does have that going.
I think if Dallas's top line finds a way to gain some footing in this series, there's no way that Vegas can beat Dallas in this series. But if it just keeps being more of the same names for both teams, it's going to go to 7, and it's all going to be strength of will at that point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just think defensively, I think the Stars have the edge, but I think offensively Vegas does, and goaltending.
Yeah, but that's
Vegas has the edge because Ryan Reeves.
Ryan Reeves.
But if Dallas's top line comes alive, they edge out that advantage over Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, if they start getting some points from that top line, I agree. I think Dallas can win the series, but it really comes to how much longer can you rely on those role players. I know some of the role players we're talking about are the likes of Joe Pavelski, guys that have gotten it done in the past, but still, you got your big money guys, your captain, Tyler Seguin. You got these guys that are such great players, and you can't rely on those role players all series or all playoffs long. At some point, your big guys got to step up, or somebody else's will, and you're screwed.
Again, I said this last week because I really wanted to see Vegas and Dallas play. I just want to see Jamie Benn and Ryan Reeves drop the gloves, man.
Yeah,
that'd be a hell of a fight
for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll see it in Game 3. Ryan Reeves was out Game 1 because he got suspended,
as he should have
for
been.
that hit. Yep.
I just want to see Corey Perry get jumped in a Vegas parking lot.
Hey, he actually played really, really well.
So
tonight,
I was gonna say, as much as I hate Corey Perry, he's played really, really, really well the last 5 or 6 games for Dallas.
I think why he's been effective in Dallas versus Anaheim is in Dallas he knows what his role is. In Anaheim, he was still one of their top forwards. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have to be that guy.
The stress is off of his shoulders. He can go out and play his game.
Yep. Yeah, I hate the guy, but I like to see people have success, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
Except for Vegas. Fuck Vegas.
The old adage, right?
The old adage. I also hate to say because I would love to see Mark Stone and Max Pacioretty win a cup.
Fuck them.
Just not in a Vegas.
They're wearing the wrong jersey.
It's just like I've always said, bro. Like I've always liked Joe Pavelski as a player.
Oh, I fucking love Joe Pavelski.
Yeah,
I love Brent Burns. Honestly, man, I don't even hate Logan Couture that much.
Nah, he just has a weird face.
Yeah, but it's like I want to see those 3 guys and Jumbo Joe. I want to see those guys lift a cup. Do I want to see them do it in a San Jose Sharks uniform? Absolutely not. But those guys deserve a Stanley Cup before they retire.
Absolutely. Maybe not Brent Burns, but the other 2, yeah. Because you know how the old adage goes, fuck Brent Burns.
Oh, shit. So games, winners, predictions there for you guys?
Like I said, I think if Dallas's top line doesn't show up, I see it going to 7, and like I said, at that point, it's anybody's guess. But if the top line for Dallas can turn it on, I think the series is over in 5.
Ooh, damn! They just play such a good team game.
I think
Yeah.
it'll be a close 5, but
Yeah.
it'll be 5.
I'm gonna go Dallas in 6.
Yeah, I think
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Dallas in 6 too. I think
I'd
it's
say-
5 if their line shows up though.
I'm gonna go ahead and say Vegas in 6. To be honest,
They have the firepower,
They do
they
have,
have the firepower, and
and their
I mean,
system is wild.
their top players are just so physical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark
Yeah.
Stone
And
is
I
an
think that's
animal.
so important in the playoffs.
Well,
when
everybody
fatigue
is. Dude,
comes in.
William
Yeah.
Carlson can bang bodies. Patches
Yeah.
can bang bodies. I mean,
4
everyone but
lines banging all night, dude.
Yeah,
everyone
forward line's banging all
Banging
3
bodies.
periods,
Everyone
60
but
minutes.
everyone but Riley Smith because he's 3 feet tall.
Dude, Riley Smith isn't that short. He's a big kid.
Is he?
Yeah, but you know what Vegas was doing tonight that would made them really successful is, dude, they had 2 people on Miro Heiskanen on the forecheck, dude.
Yeah.
they're making him just churn the puck over. Like
They-
his
I mean, that's what they did to
Defense down
Vancouver.
heavy.
his giveaways tonight were probably up there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, like Scott just said, that's exactly what they did to Quinn Hughes after the
Yep.
first couple games in
Yeah.
the Vancouver series.
They just got to adjust. But yeah, if they adjust and the top line shows up, Vegas or Dallas in 6.
So let me ask you guys a question then. Who out of these 4 teams is your favorite? Not emotionally, but who do you guys think has the best chance of winning the cup this season?
The New York Islanders.
Honestly,
This-
yeah.
Really?
Just based off of like how consistent and solid a team can be, I'd say the Islanders.
Can I hedge a little?
You can hedge a little.
Mm-hmm.
If the Islanders win game 2 tomorrow, the Islanders. If not, I'm going to say Dallas.
Oh, okay.
I'm
As
gonna
far
go,
as belief, I can see any of these teams winning, but
yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go Tampa, but I'm also gonna go out on a limb and say that regardless, if the Stanley Cup final is the Stars versus the Islanders, the Stars are gonna win a cup. If the finals is Vegas against any team in the East, either one of those teams, I think the Stanley Cup goes back to the East Coast.
That's
Wow.
a fair assessment.
I think both teams. I think
that's his assessment, Zach Lights.
like Zach said, you just said Dallas has the defense to shut down Vegas's offense. Both teams in the Eastern Conference have even more sound defensive core
Yeah.
than Dallas does.
I don't know so much about Tampa Bay, but yeah.
I don't know, man. You keep talking shit about Zach Bogosian, but you forget about all the other talent that's on that
Bro,
defense.
did you not see them dress Luke Shen? Did you just
Yeah, but that's when they dress. Didn't they dress 7 D-men when they dressed
we-
Luke Shin?
Did we just forget about that? That Luke Shen was playing for them?
That's when they dressed 7 though. They dressed an extra D-man because Hedman was injured. That's why.
Luke Shen was in the starting lineup for them.
The best Shin brother, right?
Oh, for sure, totally.
Sarcasm.
Don't
Hopefully
even
they got
at me,
that.
bro.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I think
So
you have-
that's what I
think
say.
you have proven contenders like Hedman, McDonough. I mean,
McDonald's?
Just those, yeah, but
They're
I
hiring.
feel like even those two alone on their respective D pairings, like as good as Sergachev is, I feel like Hedman and McDonough can anchor their own D pairs.
I mean, Hedman can. I don't know so much about McDonough.
I think McDonough can.
McDonough can for sure. He's
I
still
think
he's still
McDonough is
such a good defenseman.
I don't know, man. I think he's McDone.
Oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus! Christ.
Oh God. Dad
You
jokes.
like that, huh?
I do. It's
Also-
fantastic.
Tampa's bottom 6 is very responsible defensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you got guys, especially Tampa too, and you've had a lot of their role players contribute, like Palat and
Killorn?
Killorn, yeah.
Palat's not a role guy though, too. That's a second line forward right there.
I mean,
We're talking about like
for
the
that
likes of
team
like
it is.
Yanni Gord. No,
Well,
he's on the
Yanni
second
Gord,
line.
Yeah.
Yanni Gord, Alex Killorn, and Anthony Cirelli. That's a great third line.
Yeah, but you
yeah,
know what
for
though, dude?
sure.
Fuck Yanni Gord, dude. That guy has such a weird fucking face.
You and your weird face talk.
He's just got a weird face, bro. That only a mother can like.
Well, I mean, some people just have face for radio, like you said.
Yep, like me.
But like everyone on the screen right now.
Yeah, well, guess what? We're not just on the radio.
I don't know though, dude. Scott's
Enjoy
got
all of it.
arms for a TV. Let's see those guns, Scott. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah.
And he's
There
got
you
the
go.
pits for movies. Now, but hold on.
He's solely lifting this podcast.
No, but hold on though. Do you have nipples for porn? Let us see.
Hold on. Which one is it?
Daniel did it. Yeah, here we go.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're pink.
Little Skittle.
Little Skittle.
Scott's got that mocha skin tone, but he's got those ginger kid nips, and I love
Hell yeah. Who's got smaller nipples, me or Scott?
it. I don't know. That's a 50-50 toss up.
Me, dude.
Let me be Daniel here for a minute. Can I hedge my bet?
I said a little, hedge a little. Yeah, I mean, those are the two series we got left. Winners of these two series, obviously, going to the Stanley Cup. That should not have an asterisk next to it.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. I did just a quick note on the teams moving. They traveled from Toronto to Edmonton, obviously, for the conference finals and the Stanley Cup. I don't know if you guys saw the notes people were saying about, I guess the teams from Toronto were talking about how lesser of the commodities and stuff of the bubble in Edmonton were.
Oh, I bet.
And yeah, I think Wisniewski tweeted it, and somebody thought that he was trying to cause drama for some reason, and they were like, no, I mean, the players were saying that Toronto basically they did diagrams of each setup, and they had like all of this shit, like a stadium where they can go. I think there was a close nearby like soccer stadium or something that they can go by, and they were doing like they had outdoor games and all this other shit that Edmonton has
Really?
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like it was like
Well, yeah,
going
dude.
from the Ritz to the Motel 6, I guess.
Edmonton is a one-horse town, bro.
That's facts. And that horse's
True.
name is Connor McDavid.
And he's sitting at home. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. But yeah, we only have a couple other notes, like as far as around the league. Early or late last week, the Canadians acquired the Jake Allen and a 7th round pick in 2022 from the Blues in return for a 3rd and 7th round pick in 2020.
Is
I mean, that's
Carey
a-
Price gone?
Nah, man, that's taking the workload off of them. They're
Pretty
going to
sure
try and make a playoff run.
Are you arguing that Jake Allen is a 60-game starter?
Did you see him in the playoffs? He got all the Blues wins.
I don't know what St. Louis is
Sad
doing,
but
man.
true.
I don't think Jordan Bennington is the guy for them, but
I'll tell you
we'll
exactly
see.
what they're
He had
doing.
one
They're
great
making
year,
cap
one bad
space
year.
for Pietrangelo.
who's
Yeah.
gonna? I don't know. I don't know.
Also-
They need to
know,
be
man.
a rebuilding team.
I think they need another season of Binnington starting to really
Yeah.
to really agree
It
with
was-
you on
yeah,
that.
That's
But
yeah.
I
that's-
do. What scares me is I am starting to see the parity between Jordan Binnington and Matt Murray in Pittsburgh when they won the back-to-back cups.
yeah,
Because
I
everybody
think
was saying what an elite goaltender Matt Murray was, but I really just think he was the product of being on such an overwhelmingly good team.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it's unfair. Like you said, it's unfair to say that now because I mean, realistically, when they won last season, he only played a half a season. I mean,
Right.
maybe 3/4 of the season, not even.
Oh,
But-
he was with the San Antonio Rampage. It's such a great story.
It was a good story.
It was, but at the
Did
same
you
time,
fucking
it's like,
cry when you read it, Alex. Jesus.
I bawled my eyes out.
Real rags to riches story here, guys.
I mean, he didn't even have a full season. He won a cup. He was fantastic in the playoffs. But at the same time, I still think it's unfair to say that he didn't have a good year either. He had a shitty playoffs, but the regular season
good
he
regular
was doing
season.
really great.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a really, really great. So it was showing that he wasn't just the one shot pony or whatever.
One trick
And
pony.
no, not one trick, but it was
No, that's
combining
the
analogies here. It wasn't just a one hit wonder. Sorry, that's what I was going for.
There we go.
Um,
It wasn't a Milli Vanilli.
exactly. He wasn't a Milli Vanilli, but he kind of crumbled in these playoffs. I mean, it was a little weird situation. Everybody dealt with it. He looked like shit, but I think this next season is really how you can judge him. I think it's fair for Alex to say that because, I mean, it's still too early to say, okay, he's either going to be really good or really bad. This will be the one. Are we going to move forward with Bennington, or should we look
Cut our
elsewhere?
losses.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. As the old adage goes, dude, fuck Jordan Bennington. That's what he gets for fucking pushing Kyle Clifford, starting shit with him. You guys don't remember that?
Yeah.
The same game that Sean Walker injured Tarasenko's shoulder.
It's called. Go ahead. No.
No.
Continue.
no.
Continue.
I don't know. Dude, like Clifford skated by him, and Bennington tried to start shit with him, and then the defenseman from St. Louis jumped Kyle Clifford. It's like, fuck you, bro. Don't be starting shit if you can't finish it.
It's karma. That's what happened. Then Tarasenko's having surgery again. It's karma.
Yeah.
Karma's a bitch. That's the old adage.
As the old adage goes, fuck St. Louis.
Wow.
Elliot.
Speaking of fuck St. Louis, very bad transition, but we like doing that here. Mikael Granlund is going to test free agency before entertaining re-signing with Nashville.
Man, that guy fell off a cliff, eh?
And he landed right on his flat face, bro.
There it is with the faces.
Yeah. Right onto his face. I mean, honestly, though, dude, what kind of market is there for him? I saw some dude that we used when we were writing for We Are Los Angeles. We were a part of another sports network called Grandstand Sports Network, and Chad Diaminkas, he kind of writes he follows the Buffalo Sabres, and he kind of has a following with them. They were talking about Mikael Granlund taking over as 2C for Buffalo until Dylan Cousins is ready, and then kind of slotting him over to wing. But it's like, what kind of market is there for Mikael Granlund? You know what I mean?
First of all, are we just omitting the fact that Casey Middlestead even exists?
I don't think they see him as their 2C.
They should. I think he has all the potential to be.
But then what about Dylan Cousins?
Dylan Cousins can slot in on the wing.
That's true. I don't know. Either way, though, what kind of fucking market is there for Mikael Granlund? That's the point I'm trying to get at here.
You're right. It'll be interesting for sure. Might as well just move on to the next one. There's really not much else to say there. Mark Ricci is hired by the New Jersey Devils as their new assistant coach. But
they didn't. So I asked this before you jumped in. So Pittsburgh decided to not re-sign him, and then he got signed by New Jersey, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I looked on. Yeah, I looked it up. Yeah, they did not renew his contract. Gonchar and
Sergei Gonchar.
Yeah, Sergei Gonchar and actually Jacques
Gusteau.
No, Jacques Jesus Martin. Was it Martin? The other one that got hired.
Zach, that was a really highbrow joke. I appreciate you a lot right now.
The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I'm a big Wes Anderson fan, man. Sorry.
I think it was Jacques.
Hi,
it was Jacques Martin. He got hired by a team already as a coach.
I mean,
but all three of them did not get their contracts renewed with Pittsburgh. And
good for Recchi.
Yeah, Recchi got one with New Jersey. Hopefully, they'll turn it around. I'm not sure. Let me remove Alex and add him back.
He
what
said
happened?
His laptop crashed.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we're finishing this one without Alex. See
if he comes back.
Yeah.
I'll message him. Hurry back.
Hurry back.
That's what happens when you use a Mac, though.
I'm using a Mac, and mine's fine. Dick.
Should I even try to get back on with 10 minutes ago? Nah.
Nah, we'll handle it.
We got it from here, bud.
Alex said, bye.
He said, sorry, guys. He has to go fluff his nipples some more.
I mean, he could watch. He could tune in. The last note we have here, this is a pretty cool one. I know we talked about it early on, potentially happening. Bobby Ryan did win the Bill Masterton Trophy.
You love to see it, dude.
Love to see it.
see it.
He's such a great guy, too.
That video, that video of him crying after he scored that hat trick, bro. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It brought tears to my eyes, man. I'm
Right
so
in the
happy
feels.
for the guy, dude.
Mhm.
So happy for him. He deserves it.
Yeah, he's and he really took on a role like being somebody that players can reach out to, or even other just people in general to reach out to when they're going through things that he's already experienced, and
Yeah.
he's really taken on a leadership role in that aspect. Go ahead, Zach. Cut in.
I'm gonna be the dick just because Alex isn't here, and I know he'd want me to say this, but still totally not worth that contract. But still a great guy.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that
that's
was a
just
pretty hefty
objectively
contract.
True though.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah, that is objectively true. I mean, he hasn't lived up, but still, I mean, it's great to see. I mean,
Love to
Alex
see
and
it.
I did meet him too. I mean, he's such a nice guy.
Was he
really
drunk when you met him? Fuck.
Jesus.
Dark humor, love it. Gotta love it.
Had to go there, dude.
Had to, but no, I did not smell liquor on his breath.
There
I
are,
met him
like,
before a Kings
4
game.
reasons to cancel this stream.
But yeah, no, I'm happy to see it. I mean, obviously the other finalists. Shit, I'm trying to remember now because I saw it earlier and.
Wait, you're saying Dustin Brown wasn't a finalist for the Bill Masterson?
No, he was not.
He's like a finalist every single year.
Yeah,
Honestly, man, I frankly don't care about the other finalists, dude, because Bobby
Yeah.
Ryan single-handedly
Oh,
deserves
yeah,
that, man.
For sure.
yeah.
I'm so
I
happy
agree.
for the guy.
No, I'm saying the other finalists were worthy, but yeah, I think this is definitely was Bobby Ryan's, and he's
Was
very
Matt
deserving.
Dumbo was a finalist for Bill Masterson, wasn't he?
I think I want to say
I'm not sure.
but I know he won something else.
He did.
Yeah, Bill Masterton. Now I have to know because I did see it earlier, the note, and was thinking, these are all 3 really quality players,
The
it's
finalists
really
were
quality
Oscar
guys.
Lindblom and
Oh,
Steven
yeah.
Johns.
That's yeah. Oscar Lindblom. That was the one I saw. I
Oh.
was like, yeah,
Either way, man, Bobby Ryan or Oscar Lindbaum. I think you got to go with Bobby Ryan because Bobby Ryan came back during the regular season. This is a regular season award.
sure.
So, but still, I mean, Oscar Lindbaum definitely deserves it for next year for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't even
I
know
agree.
what the fuck happened to Steven Johns. What was wrong with him?
What was
I
wrong with him?
actually don't know.
Is it because he had 2 first names?
Watch it be something awful. Like it's
Yeah,
just something
like we're a
really
bunch of
bad.
assholes. Like
no, I think it has something to do with concussions or headaches. Let me look it up because I want to know
concussions
now.
or headaches, same thing.
Steven Johns. What was wrong with him?
Take Tylenol for your concussion.
Does a Masterton mean something's wrong with you? I thought it's for
Yeah,
like
it's just
Yeah,
like,
no, it's for persevering.
yeah. Oh, okay, persevering. That's why. Got it.
What was wrong with him? I want to see what was wrong. Steven Johns. What
Johns, who
was...
missed 22 months of hockey because of a head injury, would have become the first Stars player to win the award.
Oh, it was a head injury. Yeah, like I said.
22 months. Yeah, that's a long
Hell
time.
of a
And he
defenseman.
did. Yeah,
Mhm.
he is. But yeah, no, very happy for Bobby Ryan. Definitely deserving, great guy, and I'm glad he's kind of taken on a really, taken that to the forefront and has tried to help a lot of people get through things. So
Agreed.
really cool to see. But I mean that was the last note that we had from the week. Obviously teams are going to start petering out. We're down to the last 4. I think by the time by the time we record next week, the other series may or may not be over. If there are 2 more teams will be out, and we'll probably have more rumors, and the off season will begin to kick off. I know Zach already touched on it. The draft was moved up, I believe, by a week, if not just a couple of days, but it's going to be on the 6th and 7th. Free agency starting on the 9th. So we'll begin hearing players getting re-signed or not, as well as some rumors I know will come out. We'll try to make sure to not share all of the Eklund ones, but everybody loves rumors, and
yeah, man.
we're
October
all going
6th,
to read
we
them.
get to see the Kings pick Tim Stutzel.
There you go, Tim Stutzel. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Heard it here first, folks. E5 confirmed.
In the neutral zone guarantee.
But the last thing we got here, just a really quick one. I think I'm the. Oh, no. Zach was drinking too. That's right. We got to give our shout out to
Four Sons
his
Brewery. Four Sons Brewery.
They've been on the podcast before.
Yeah, local brewery here in Huntington Beach. They brew, if you're a Kings fan, one of the best beers, Imperial IPAs I've ever had, the great one. It's 9.9% of delicious goodness. This is actually the Land of Opportunity. It is a blood orange, just pale ale, India pale ale. Really, really tasty. It was quick 6-pack. I saw at Vaughn's. I was like, hey, this looks decent. Let's get it. Got it. Good.
Get it. Got it. Good.
Yep.
Yeah, they make good shit. I've been
Yes,
to the brewery a few times. Really good.
Oh,
And
shout out
yes,
to
and they are Kings fans.
yeah, shout out to Wagner Charters, man. They actually did a collab with Four Sons, and the beer's called Tri Unity or something like that. And it's it's Four Sons, Wagner Charters, which I've been going out fishing on. It's a great time. Look them up if you're interested in doing like a deep sea fishing charter. And then Johnny's Barbershop in Huntington Beach. They actually collabed on a beer called Tri Unity IPA. Really, really good.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. We gotta make sure we do give them a shout out.
Yeah.
And then the beer I got here, it is called Ermagerd Slurshie. Somebody said it should have a picture of that. Yeah, the chick that
Ermagerd! Books! No, Ermagerd Goosebumps!
Yeah. So this is a black currant and passion fruit sour fruited slushy. So it's a sour. Honestly, one of the might be the best sour I've had. It's really good. And it's not really, really sour. It is more like when they call it, the slushy beers, it's just that they're a little bit more like, not thick is such a weird word to say with a beer, but it's kind of got like the consistency of almost like a slushy, but it has like a fruity taste. So that's why I think they call it that. Dude, it is so fucking good. And it's, let's see, it is at 8%.
Oh,
8% sour, brewed by local craft brew up in Tehachapi, LCB. I don't know if you've had any of their beers, but they make really good shit. And I think they ship to that Michael's Liquor that I always go to. He basically gets a shipment in every Friday of all their new stuff. I mean, they have so much good beer. They make a lot of really good hazies and IPAs, but this one, fuck, it's really good. I can't say much more. It's just I don't know. It has a really great flavor. I think also, even though it doesn't say it on the can, it said that there's like a strawberry shortcake kind of flavor to it. Oh, so good, really good.
So on a scale of 1 to Bobby Ryan.
One to Bobby Ryan. Yeah. Rating scale.
Yeah, rating scale. You go for the rating scale, Scott.
Me?
What's the rating scale this week?
To do these.
No, you're not allowed to rate it. You're allowed to pick.
What are we doing?
Yeah, you know how they go.
I'm thinking, let's see. How many failed 3-1 comebacks out of 10?
Ooh.
I like it.
Ooh.
Honestly, I will actually give this a 10.
Ooh.
I really highly recommend this. Zach, I know I don't remember how close Craft Beer Kings is to you. I know they got a shipment in.
It's quite a drive.
Okay. I'm sure other places got it because LCB's been shipping.
Fucking La Habra, bro. There's no freeways out that way, bro. You have to take all streets, and that's like a 35-minute drive through like 18 different cities. It's terrible.
God, yeah, that's bad. But yeah, if you see it, I would pick it up. LCB, they just make a lot of good stuff. But yeah, I honestly, I'll give this a 10. I'm glad I grabbed at least 2 so I could try one over the weekend and then save this one for the podcast. But I wish I grabbed a 4-pack, and I'm hoping there's still some there this on Friday, or I'll ask him to hold it for me because it's really good. Even my wife tried it and she was like, "Yeah, the flavor is really good." She thought it was a little sour, but she said the flavor is really good, and she would probably drink at least half a can of it. She doesn't drink beer, so that's always a good compliment.
Oh, dude, you saw my post right on Instagram. Lori got that unicorn farts.
Dude, that's so cool.
It was cool, man. It was cool. It tasted like shit to me, but it was.
Did it? Oh,
it was dope. Like just to see the glitter in it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. It wasn't good though.
Well, I don't like sours.
Oh, okay.
I hate sours.
Oh, got it. Well,
Well,
that's
you know
unfortunate.
you know how the old adage goes, man.
Fuck sours.
With that being said.
With that being said.